What's up you guys, it's Aisling. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my body after having a baby. This video is going to be TMI. There's going to be triggers in it, especially when it comes to like weight or numbers or anything like that. If that does concern you, I would say to click out of the video right now. Not been harsh, not been cruel. I just don't want anybody to get upset throughout the video or to be like triggered by anything. That is the last thing I want to do, especially if you're just after having a baby. If it's something that you might think that would be helpful in a couple of months time, then definitely come back to it. Your mental health is the most important thing. I have other kind of baby content and videos like that that might suit you a bit more. This one might just, you might just need to give it a pass. I just want to make a video that is raw, real, honest, my own experience. This is not comparing to anybody else. I'm not trying to worry anybody in this video, or I'm not trying to stress anyone out over certain things. I want you just to feel your best. So again, I'm not going to say this is TMI or trigger warning or anything like that in the rest of the video. This is your little bit of a warning. So let's talk about what my body's like after having a baby. These videos helped me so much, guys, when I was pregnant and kind of after having Noah and stuff. Sometimes I was not prepared for them. Sometimes I felt like in a better form to kind of listen to what women have to say. It made me feel less alone. It also made me feel normal. There was other women, other mothers, other people going through what I was going through, and I felt like it really, really did help. 3 months is kind of the earliest I could do this video because your body is changing so much in the early weeks. Your mind is changing, everything is different. Your body has gone through a massive thing. Like, it grew a human, it birthed a human, and it's never going to be the way it was before. So if you are newly pregnant or you've just had a baby and you've never experienced anything like this before and you are worried about how your body's going to be, you need to kind of set those things aside. It is one of the biggest changes, obviously, other than having the newborn baby, is how your body looks and how you feel yourself. First off, I had a vaginal birth. I don't want to say it was like natural, because I always say the human body is not supernatural, so everything we do is natural. And I had a 2-degree tear, and I had, I think, 2 stitches or 3 stitches. So obviously down there is going to feel a little bit tender, a little bit sore, a little bit unfamiliar. I will say that. That's probably the best way. I felt really nervous about like everything down there straight after having Noah. And even like peeing and going to the toilet, anything to do with the toilet was just kind of like concerning initially. But after I went for my first pee and after everything like that, you're fine. You kind of realize, look, it's actually okay. You're not going to, I know this sounds awful, you're not going to rip again, because that was my biggest fear, was that it was going to, you know, that I was going to rip a stitch or something like that. But you don't. It's fine. It really, really is. The body is amazing at healing. Initially, after having Noah, obviously I found it really hard to walk because it was just sore. I did need help initially to get to the toilet whilst I was in the hospital, and then afterwards it took an awful lot of time in the toilet, like between pads, and I was using a little peri bottle, I was using witch hazel spray and stuff, so you were using an awful lot of different products, so obviously it took a little bit of time to go to the toilet. I will say my first pee was way more nerve-wracking than doing a number 2. I just felt like, I don't know, the sensation of even peeing. It was just very, very, very nerve-wracking. But the squeegee bottle really, really helped because it neutralized and it didn't sting when I was peeing. That was kind of like the first thing, and the proper healing of that took 6 weeks. I would say that everything felt kind of back to normal after 6 weeks. Like, it doesn't feel normal like it did before, but it just feels a bit more comfortable, and that was the first time I felt ready to be intimate again. It actually felt okay. It wasn't sore or anything like that. It felt comfortable. Some women it might take longer, some women it might take less time, but for me that was kind of the most comfortable. I also had postpartum bleeding for about, I'd say, like 3 to 4 weeks, and then it kind of eased off for the next, like, you know, week 5 and week 6 it had eased and like gone, and then I got my first period back after 7 weeks. So it was really quick coming back. Your body's like snap back, ready to go again, and I'm just like, hey, we just had a baby. No. Make sure that you are looking after yourself. Unless you want another baby straight away, do make sure that you look after yourself, because I didn't realize that I had ovulated and was now having my first period 7 weeks after having Noah. So you just really need to be careful if you don't want another baby so soon, because you are incredibly fertile after having a baby. There's nothing really too frightening, to be honest. Everything feels a little bit uneasy, but it gets so much better as time goes on. So do let yourself heal in respects to down there. Like, just give yourself loads and loads of time. I will say that daily showers helped, a little bit of lukewarm water, and I used just a little soft flannel. It was, what was it? It was a bamboo flannel actually, and it really just helped. And I just felt like to clean and, you know, make sure that the stitches were okay. I felt like that helped with my healing, and also it just helped me feel better having a daily shower if you can. I mean, Paddy was great. He just took Noah every single day when I went for a shower. My mum would take him. Always okay just to have that like few minutes myself. And also in the early days, they nap loads. So down there, allow yourself to heal, give yourself plenty of time. It's designed to go back to as close to normal as possible. I mean, that's just the way the human body is. It's remarkable. So don't fear too much. Don't be afraid to look either. I had a look and I was a bit bruised and stuff, but it was pretty much okay. Like, it wasn't anything that concerned me, or I wasn't worried, or I wasn't like upset at the appearance or anything. Like, it looked pretty decent actually, considering what it had been through. Now I want to talk a little bit about kind of like things that like happened to me. Like, I noticed that I was sweating profusely at night. These night sweats, it was the most random thing ever, and I actually had them for so long. So I will say that if you are having night sweats, it's all hormonal, and I've had them up until I'd say even like the end of July. So that was about 2 months after I had Noah. And I was still getting them pretty much nightly. And my pajamas and the bed was soaked. Like, it was just so much sweating. Like, I'm not talking about like a little light sweat. I'm talking about like buckets of sweat. And I'd wake up in a cold sweat. So that was kind of a bit random. And then the other thing is my boobs. So my boobs were always kind of on the smaller side. I was a perfect 32B. But when I was pregnant, they went up so big that bras just didn't even fit me then. Once I'd given birth, I felt like they even got bigger. They were huge. They were so big, and they were heavy and full, and I was breastfeeding, so they were obviously continuously filling with milk. 3 days after I'd given birth, they were so sore and full, and I just felt like I didn't even recognize my body. They were the major concern that I had. And now I'm 3 months postpartum. They've gone down to a 34C, I would say. I feel like I've gotten just a little bit wider around my chest area since having Noah. Will they ever go back to a 32B? I don't know. If they don't, I don't really mind. They don't concern me too much. I don't feel like they've lost any volume at all. They're just a little bit larger. They're still the same shape and everything. They haven't like dropped or anything. They're just a lot larger. I never got any stretch marks during pregnancy. It was just genetics, and I feel like that is what a lot of this is down to. How your body performs is down to your genes or your lifestyle. I was quite fit before I got pregnant. I was fit up until the day before I gave birth. I was still walking a lot, and I feel like since I've had Noah, walking has been like my best exercise. I'll show you my stomach in a minute. I have no problem showing you guys. After pregnancy, I've no extra skin. I do have extra fat though. I will say that I can grab the little bit of fat that I have in my belly, which I never had before. And I also feel in regards to my belly that my core is quite weak. I am going to start doing core exercises. Like, again, when I'm talking about exercise, I'll talk about that. But I am going to have to try and build up my core. Now, I'm not disappointed in how my belly looks after having a baby. I actually am really happy with the way my body looks. My body gave birth to a baby, and I always keep that in my head. Like, you gave birth to a baby, you grew a baby, because I felt like when I was pregnant, I struggled a lot with my body image and just it getting bigger and not recognizing it at all. And I think that's a huge part of pregnancy and your body during pregnancy, after pregnancy. But I think it is normal to not love your body. Some days you like it better than other days. Weight wise, I never really knew how much I weighed before pregnancy, but I want to say that I was roughly around 117 pounds, somewhere thereabouts, which is roughly around 53 kilos. So I reckon I'm about 7 pounds heavier than I was before I ever had Noah, which again I'm actually okay with, because 7 pounds heavier after giving birth, I'm pretty happy with that. Forgot to do a belly shot, so this is what my 3.5 month postpartum belly looks like. And that's it from the side. That's what it's looking like. I still need to do a bit of core exercise just to strengthen it. And then it's always okay when you pull up high-waisted trousers because it looks flatter than it is. That's just what my belly looks like, and I'm not really too worried about it. The weight is just coming off the way it naturally does just from me eating the way I normally do. Probably not going to be waiting like years between having another baby. I was actually surprised that I didn't get any stretch marks on my boobs particularly, because they were the thing that kind of got the biggest. I know I had a big bump, but I don't feel like my bump was like too big. I think it fit my body and fit my frame. But I was surprised I didn't get any stretch marks. I had, like, my breasts were huge. Like, they were so big. I just can't believe how big they were. Even Patty was like, whoa, they're so big. Again, that was just kind of got to do with my skin elasticity. I don't know. I'm not really sure what it is, but that's what I'm putting it down to. So I'm just going to talk briefly about my exercise. I haven't done any exercise except for one HIIT workout and one core exercise that I did in July, and I didn't feel ready at all. I didn't feel in the right mindset. I wasn't in the good headspace to be doing a workout, and I just didn't feel like I was getting anything out of it. The most exercise that I've done is walk. I will do a 5K walk at least 5 days a week. If I don't get out for a walk, I'm kind of like, I don't feel as good in myself. I feel like the walk really helps, like it refreshes my mind, and I just feel like it's really good to get out and get fresh air, especially when the weather is pretty decent, just to get out. That's the only exercise I've done, and I feel like that has been the best for me personally. Core exercises, I'm going to start doing a bit more of them this month. I also feel like my back is struggling a little bit, and I don't know if it's from a weakened core or from being pregnant or from the epidural. I'm not really sure, but I do feel like my back is just a bit sore, my lower back where I got the epidural. My pelvic floor is fine. I haven't any issues with that. I did see a physio before I had Noah. It was just part of your prenatal classes, and the physio told me to do the pelvic floor exercise, so I do them every day, and I still do them now. Some people can do all the exercises and it might not work. Some people might not do any exercises and they don't have any issues. I don't have any issues with any hair loss or anything like that. If it's going to happen to me, I'll deal with it when it does happen. I did speak to my hairdresser. It was kind of one of my major concerns. Obviously the other things I can go and see like a physio about, or I can go and do a little bit of exercise, or I can, you know, there's other options. But for your hair loss, there's not really anything you can do. You just kind of have to accept it. So I was speaking to my hairdresser, and she did kind of explain to me why hair loss happens. First of all, your hair grows really rapid when you're pregnant, and you produce more hair, and you don't lose as much hair when you're pregnant for whatever reason. And she did say that the hair loss after pregnancy can just be the extra hair that didn't fall out during pregnancy. So that's one thing. So the second thing hair loss is mostly down to is stress. And she says most new mothers are stressed. She says it can be from having the new baby, the body's gone through a huge amount of stress, and it can just make your hair fall out. And then it can be hormonal as well. So she did explain all those things to me. My hairdresser is Becky, by the way, in Platinum on Delir Street. Love her. But she just kind of gave me all the reasons why you would lose hair, and she told me the less stress that I have, the better it will be, and just to take care of my hair and take vitamins. So I've been taking my biotin and take skin, hair and nail supplements as well if you are concerned. Or the Viviscal is really good as well. We used to sell that when I worked in the pharmacy. I want to look back on this video and just remind myself of like how much my body has been through and what it has achieved, and I just feel that it is an amazing thing, and I'm so proud of it for all the things that it has done for me. Like, it's been absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to show you what my body looked like after I had Noah straight away. So this is kind of about 12 hours, and then I have a video of me, I think I was about 10 days postpartum here. Yeah, definitely 10 days postpartum. And then I have one 3 weeks postpartum. And then I have clips and vlogs, which I'll try and find as well, because I have other clips of the way my body looked like just at different stages after having Noah. And looking back on them, like, it's nice to just kind of remember the way that you did look, and you know, your body has done an amazing thing. I think that's covered pretty much everything. I hope this video was helpful. I really do. That was the only thing I ever wanted to achieve from making a video like this, and just to say that those things are completely normal. Your body goes through so much during pregnancy and after pregnancy, and it's a work in progress. But do not stress out about trying to get back to the gym, or trying to do workouts, or trying to slim down, or trying to get into your jeans or anything like that. There's no such thing as bouncing back. I don't care what anybody says. I really don't. Anybody who bounces back is either killing themselves to do it, or they've naturally just go back to the way that they were before. And my body is not in any way, shape or form the same as it was before. And you know what? That just is the way it is. And you just have to kind of accept it. And if you can't accept it, then definitely speak to somebody. Do not go around suffering. Do not go around feeling really low. Don't go around unhappy about the way you look. Please just speak to somebody, talk to anybody, and just try and make yourself understand the way you feel and that it is normal to feel upset. But I see TikTok videos of girls who feel really upset over the way that their body looks. Like, I don't know why they're being recommended to me, but they're just coming up on my For You page. Obviously I'm spending too much time looking at them. Girls that get upset over the way their bodies look like now, and I just say, like, that's okay to feel upset. Like, it really is okay to feel that way, but it's just, if it prolongs or continuously goes on, then I would say it might be time to speak with somebody outside and just to kind of explain how you feel, because that is not like a normal thing to continuously always feel that way. It's not nice to go around feeling that way about yourself. And do not compare yourself to anybody. Please don't. Your journey is so different to everybody else's journey. My journey is different to anybody else. I really do hope that I helped in this video. I hope that you found some information. I hope that this was informative. I am going to do a video on your postpartum essentials and also what I didn't use in my hospital bags. That is coming soon. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. And I will be making an updated video of this in a couple more months as well, just to kind of recap on everything I've talked about. I'll go through the comments in this video, see what was a common comment or question, and I'll talk about it in my next video. For now, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will talk to you all in my next one. Mwah. Bye guys.